This short, mellow morning flow is focused on opening the hips at every angle. Everything you need to develop a comfortable cross-legged seated position. You'll need a yoga block as well as a strap for today's practice. I just have one block, so you might like to use two. The block will go in between the shoulder blades, just below the base of the neck. Usually on its lowest height is what I recommend. And if you're using a second block, you could place it either on the same height at the back of the head or on the next height up. If you like back bending quite a bit as I do, you're really comfortable with it, you may be using one block and placing it more near the middle of the back, putting it on the second height. So to do it this way, I have to have it just above my lumbar vertebra, supporting the lowest thoracic, and then the chin lift, stretching the throat. Top of the head comes down. So find your variation. You're welcome to keep the legs straight. You're welcome to bend the knees, bringing the soles of the feet together, letting the knees rest out to the sides. Now start to take deep breath. Supported fish is a maximum inhale position as far as your spine goes. So this really exaggerates what's called the prana pattern, that pattern of opening up the front line of the body, which most people really need, especially if you sit quite a bit during the day. But if you're a runner or a cyclist, or you do anything that involves quite a bit of strength work, chances are that you benefit a lot from spending more time in the prana pattern. So start to deepen the breath more. Softly constrict the throat like a whisper, integrating Ujjayi breathing. On an inhale, stretch the arms overhead. Reach past the back of your mat. As you exhale, bend the elbows out to the sides, moving into a W shape. Elbows near ribs. Inhale, reach the arms overhead again. Attempt to straighten the arms. And continue. Moving on the breath. Next inhale, reach the arms back and pause for a few breaths. Tension the core just enough to keep the lower back happy and keep the buttocks resting on the ground, relaxed. We talk a lot about belly breathing in yoga as a way of calming the mind through the nervous system. However, you can also breathe into your chest at the same time. So you can imagine breathing up a chimney, drawing the breath from the belly all the way up to the heart. You can even think of breathing out to the sides, expanding the sides of the belly and the ribs. So support the head with one or both hands, and then tucking the chin, do a little sit-up to come up. And we'll lean over to one side, take the yoga blocks out of the way. Lay down for Apanasana, wind-relieving pose. Hug your knees into your chest, and gently rock side to side. Give yourself a big squeeze. Now bring the hands to your knees and draw the knees wide apart. Lengthen the belly, open the front line. So you might be able to honor the natural lumbar curve just below your lower back. Below that, we have the sacrum pressing into the floor. Make some big circles in your hip joints. Drawing the knees wide apart, in towards each other. Big circles. Take the knees wide and hold the posture, breathing deep, pressing the sacrum down. Option 2, lift the feet and take hold of them for happy baby. You're welcome to stay in the previous variation, holding the knees. And then place the feet on the floor about as wide as the mat. Reach the arms out to the sides for windshield wipers. Take a breath in. Exhale, knees to the left side, keeping the feet as wide as the mat. Inhale, lead to center with the right leg. And then exhale, knees to the right side. And then continue exploring to your own comfortable degree. On the exhale, you can also extend the hip of the inner leg, pushing off the heel, engaging the buttock. And think of lengthening the low back, scooping the tailbone under. Inviting the stretch into the front of the hip joint, much like a lunge. Same engagements. A few more vinyasas, moving on your breath. Linking breath with movement. And try to speed the breath up a little bit to create more energy in the body. The speed at which we move or the rate at which we breathe can definitely affect how we experience any practice. Now come back to center. This version of windshield wipers is targeting the thoracic spine. So take a breath in, and as you exhale, lift your right arm and bring it over to meet the left arm, turning the whole torso to the side. Inhale, reach the right arm up to the sky, opening the chest. And then with the exhale, gradually go all the way over to the other side. A few more vinyasas, initiating from the shoulder on the in-breath. Core will be active to some degree. Exhale all the way over. Inhale, lifting the arm. And exhale, other side. And one more of each. And then we'll meet back in the center. Plant the palms on the floor. So it's about to get more challenging. Time to wake up. As you exhale, connect with the core, bringing the thigh bones towards the belly, legs together. So notice the feeling of your low back. We'll take a few breaths here. Try to lift the sacrum off the ground more, engaging the abs. Legs together. Hopefully you're feeling something now. On your next exhale, bring your knees halfway over to the left, look over the right shoulder. Inhale, center, thighs to belly even more. Other side on the exhale. So we're just going halfway over with the legs. Inhale, center, curling up even more. Exhale, left side. Keep on going, curling in through center. Then you can soften the hip flexion a bit as you go to the other side. And this is starting to stimulate the obliques, the sides of the core, which are used for twisting movements. The legs go one way, and you can turn the head the opposite way. Keep on going. Waking things up. And back to center. Very good. So now we'll place the feet on the floor just in front of the hips and bring your hands by your hips as well. Bridge pose vinyasa, head centered. On a long inhalation, lift the arms over the head towards the back of the mat. Exhale, scoop the tailbone under, lift the hips up. Inhale, lower the arms down. And exhale, lower through the vertebra. And repeat. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, draw the core in, lift the hips, lengthen the low back. Inhale, lowering the arms. Exhale down, vertebra by vertebra, scooping the tail forward. Last one. Inhale, lift the arms, reach back. Exhale, strong in the core, lift the hips, scooping tailbone forward. Inhale, lower the arms. Lower through the vertebra, exhaling. And then crossing the ankles, hug knees to shoulders. Roll forward and back along the length of the spine to your own comfortable degree. And then we'll meet up, coming into a table position near the front of the mat. Spread your fingers wide, and as you inhale, push into your hands. As you exhale, sit back towards your feet. Inhale, roll forward, cat position. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower your pelvis. Inhale, cat pose, pressing up, tuck the chin. Exhale, sit back. Inhale forwards, keeping the tail heavy. Exhale, lower your hips and lift your chin. This is a modified chaturanga. Inhale, cat pose, tuck the chin. Exhale, sit back, stretching under the arms. Inhale, roll forwards. Exhale, slowly lowering. And again, inhale, pressing up. Exhale, sit back. Last one. Inhale, roll forward. And then exhale, down slowly. So you can shuffle back on your mat a little bit, give yourself a lot of space out to the side and forward. I'm going to have to rearrange my plants one of these days. So take your hands to your sacrum, legs together. As you inhale, reach the left arm out to the side and forward. Opposite leg comes up. Exhale, back to center, lower the head. Right side, inhale. Opposite leg comes up. Exhale, center. Continue alternating. Slowing the breath in so the diaphragm is working to support the spine and the lift of the heart. Exhale, back. Inhale, forwards. Exhale, back. For an intermediate variation, inhale to reach forwards and then hold the breath for 3 seconds. Long exhale to come back. And continue. One more of each. Hands under shoulders. Inhale to upward dog or cobra pose, your choice. Exhale, cat pose. Sitting back towards the heels in puppy dog. So we can draw the hips back and press the heart towards the floor. Option to wiggle the hands forward more. Good. Next phase, press into the tips of your fingers with straight arms. And then lift the forearms and palms off of the ground. And then you can explore also engaging with the core, scooping the tailbone under a little. This can move the stretch more into the shoulders.
If you were feeling a nice stretch through the belly in the previous pose, feel free to soften the core more. So you're going to get out of this whatever you need. We don't need to feel the same things or to do it the same way. And drop deep into your breath, slowing the breath down. Long, slow ujjayi. Inhale, lift your head, and then walking the hands back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Plant your palms, spread your fingers. Explore moving the hips side to side, wagging the tail of the dog. And then inhale to lift your right leg up, bend your knee, and make some circles with the right hip joint going out to the side and up to the sky. Allow your pelvis to turn to the right as well. You can also allow your right palm to come up. So you're on the tips of the right fingers, inviting a side body stretch into the posture. And next, exhale, step the right foot outside of the hand. You're welcome to take a yoga block inside of your foot, Gecko Lunge. So option 1, stay on the hands. Option 2, forearms to the yoga block or the floor. Start with your foot planted, and as you press through the base of the left toes, lift the knee, and explore rocking forward and back, rooting down through the base of the toes. You might also explore allowing your right foot to turn out a little bit, let's say 45 degrees or less, and even letting the inner edge of the foot come off the ground. So I'm only on the outer edge of my right foot. And then pause, pushing into your forearms. We'll take 3 more breaths. Draw your shoulders away from the ears. Spread the shoulder blades wide. Strong in the buttock of the back leg. Try to straighten the back leg. And exhale, come down. So we'll take the left hand underneath the shoulder now. Turn the right hip out a little bit more, pivoting out over the heel. And then make 6 big circles with the top arm, reaching back by the foot and forwards by the ear. Big circular movements. And then reaching the right arm back, pause there, opening your chest. Think of externally rotating your bottom shoulder, scrubbing the left hand out to broaden the collarbone. And breathe here. Extra challenge, press your left heel towards your buttock, moving dynamically, engaging the glute and hamstring. And then releasing that posture. Press into your hands, pick up your left knee, and then go ahead and walk your hands towards the side of the mat. Turn the left foot out, bending left knee, right leg straight. Inhale across center and switch, right leg bending, left leg straight. Continue alternating, going side to side in Skandasana. And then bending the left leg, right leg straight. Maybe you're staying up high like me. Maybe you bend your left leg, going a little more into knee flexion, a little more into the squat, allowing that right leg to straighten more. And then bending the front knee again. Walk the hands to the center. Stay in a lunge on your left toes. Plant the left palm. And with an inhale, reach the right arm up. You can stay in this variation. Option 2, go onto the outer edges of both feet. Strong in the left side of the core. It's basically a side plank. And then exhale, lower your hand. Inhale, step back to plank. Downward dog on your exhalation. Take a few breaths there, pushing the hips back. And then notice any differences between the left and right side. And you're welcome to move through a vinyasa, either plank or table position. So inhale to come forward, high plank or table. Exhale, lower down, knees and pelvis. Inhale, cobra pose or upward dog. Exhale, using the core, downward dog. Inhale, lift your left leg, bend the knee, and make some big circles in that left hip joint. Pressing the knee out to the side and up to the sky. Try going onto the tips of your left fingers, lifting the palm, further lengthening the left side of the body. Next, exhale, step your left foot outside your left hand. Forearms to the floor or use the yoga block. And then you can lift your right knee. Feel free to wiggle the foot back more and explore going forward and back, rooting down through the base of the right toes. You might also explore taking the forearms to the floor if you've been using the yoga block. This can challenge the flexibility a little bit more. Shoulders away from ears. And then pause, holding the posture. Keep pushing through your forearms, find stillness. Press your elbows towards the back of the mat to help engage the lats, the muscles underneath your armpits, which are working to draw the shoulders away from the ears. And then lower your right knee down. Come up onto your hands. And you're welcome to turn the left foot out a little bit more. Pivoting out over the heel, flex toe to shin. Movement is coming from the left hip joint. From there, inhale to reach the left arm back. Make some big circles in that top shoulder. Just like leaning back over a fence with core strength and glute strength. And then reach the left arm towards the back of the mat. Externally rotate that right shoulder, scrubbing the hand out. And explore kicking yourself in the bum with your own heel. Try coming forward a bit so you're on the front of the thigh instead of the kneecap. Engaging into the hamstring. Consciously squeeze the glute as well. And then releasing that posture, take the hands down. Walk your hands over to the side of the mat. Turn the right foot out. Bend the knee, Skandasana. Inhale across center, switching sides. Exhale, bend the left knee, right leg straight. And do a few more vinyasas exploring. And then bending the right leg to your own degree, straighten the left leg, lift the ball of the foot, and hold the posture. Maybe you're staying up tall, maybe you're squatting a little bit lower, and breathe. And you don't have to stay upright, especially if you're squatting deep. You may find it really nice to bow towards the floor. But keep engaging the buttocks, pressing the bent knee away from the midline. Inhale, lift your heart, and then walk it back to the front. So left foot forward, knee over ankle, lunge on your right toes. And as you plant that right hand down, scrub the hand out to externally rotate the shoulder, broadening across the collarbones, left arm to the sky. You can stay here or turn out from the left hip again, going onto the outer edges of both feet. And exhale, lowering that left hand. Inhale, step back to plank. Downward dog on your exhale. Take a few breaths. Reach out through the heel of the palm, pushing the hips back. Pressing the heart towards the feet. You can also explore drawing the front ribs in using the core. For some of us, that may give more comfort to the low back. But keep opening your chest towards your feet. Strong, straight arms. Inhale to high plank or table. Exhale, lower your knees, lower your hips. Bring your heels together, lift your arms out to the sides like cactus branches, engaging into the hamstrings and glutes. The heels can be touching, the knees can be apart. Great place to stay. Option 2, reach back on an exhale, taking hold of your ankles. It's very hard to reach slowly like that, so great trick is using momentum. Swinging back. Squeeze the shoulder blades as the heart lifts. Turn the shoulders inwards a little bit. Notice you can use your diaphragm to lift the heart, breathing into the belly. The heart floats up. And on the exhale, the knees can come up more as the heart drops. Few more breaths. And exhale down. Press back onto your heels. And take a few moments resting in puppy stretch. And then very slowly come up. Bring the legs parallel. So the shins are on the floor, top of the feet are on the floor. Roll your shoulders up and back. And then think of drawing your ears back over the shoulders, lifting the heart a little. So initially, there might be an opening through the front line. Then we'll try to shorten that, exhaling to lift the pubic bone and engage the core. Inhale, relift the heart. Exhale, lift the pubic bone. You may feel your hamstrings engaging as well. That's good. Inhale, lift the heart. Check that your legs are still parallel. Exhale, lift the pubic bone and lean back. We're adding to it. Inhale, come up, lift the heart. Exhale, shoulders forward, lift the pubic bone. Inhale, come up, and keep on exploring. Strengthening quadriceps as they lengthen. Really good stuff for the knees. Get a few more breaths. Now inhale to come on up. Very good. And exhale, bring your legs out in front. Half lower to the fish's twist. So you might have your left foot folded by your right hip with the right leg across, or you might keep the left leg straight onto the ground. Both ways work. Take your left hand across to the right knee. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, twist, looking over your right shoulder. And breathe. If you'd like an extra challenge, lean forward towards your right thigh, and then reach the right arm forwards by the ear. Try to lengthen the right side of the spine. Lengthen the belly. Left side of the core is strong, helping us twist to the right. This really incorporates the obliques. And then come back to center. We'll switch sides. Take the left leg across, right hand to the knee. Inhale, lift the heart. And then exhale, lean a little bit towards that front thigh. Lengthen left side body. Try reaching that left arm by the ear again. And keep turning your chest open, strong in the right side of the core. Inhale up to center, and then place the hands behind you. Bring the right ankle over the left thigh, fire log position. So you can modify staying in this form. Option 2, bring your left shin to the floor, so the outer shin is on the ground along with the outer thigh. You may have to wiggle your right knee further off to the right, attempting to stack the shins. Inhale, lift the heart, great place to stay. Option 2, exhale, fold forward from there. Inviting a stretch into the right hip, right buttock. For more of a heart opening effect, you can get a small dog. On your inhale, come up. And now we can use the yoga strap around the right foot. If you're quite loose, you might simply hold the foot. So holding one end of the strap with each hand, draw the elbows out to the sides as you lift the heart. Take a breath in, try to find your straightest spine, and then push the ball of the foot against the strap. Engage the quadriceps, attempting to straighten the leg. The shoulders are drawing away from the ears as the elbows go out to the sides. If you are quite loose, go ahead and bind, catching the left wrist around the arch of the foot. Inhale to lift the heart, lift the chin, and exhale, bend the right knee, lowering the foot. And we'll place that left ankle on top of the right thigh, hands behind you, keeping the heart up. Again, this is a great place to stay, a great way to do the posture. It really emphasizes engaging between the shoulder blades while also stretching into the left hip. If your space allows you to, you can move into fire log if your hip joint space allows you, as well as your little friend. Stacking one shin over the other. You may need to draw the knee over to the left a little more. Stay tall. Or fold, pulling the floor in towards you with the hands. So we can balance the folding forward action with engaging the underarm muscles, pulling the elbows back towards the shins.
Using the lats this way is also going to help stick out the buttocks or tilt the pelvis forward. Instead of simply slumping, it's a bit more active by finding the opposite. Drawing the heart forwards. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, take hold of the left foot. You can use a strap around the arch of the foot or the ball of the foot, holding one end with each hand. Emphasize getting your back straight, leaning back a little bit, and then try to straighten your leg, engaging the quadriceps, but keep pulling back to open the chest, and breathe. If you're a bit looser, you might hold closer to the foot, keeping the leg straight, lifting through the heart. Think about the ears drawing back over the shoulders, lengthen up through the crown of the head. Few more breaths. Keep the focus on the breathing. Do as best as you can within your environment. And inhale to lift the heart. Exhale, letting go. And we'll make our way onto our backs. So you can bend your knees, place the feet on the floor. And as you exhale, draw the ribs in, scoop the tail under, slowly laying down onto your back. Make any last movements, and then take rest in Shavasana. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, yogis. Hope to see you on the mat soon. Take all the time you need in Shavasana.